Okay, today we're in the Superstition Wilderness and we're going to do Peralta Trail. It's a lone pine and then make a loop out of it. I'll put the name of the loop here if I can find it. I don't know. It's social trail, not an official one that goes by a cave on the way down. Here we go. Been having quite a monsoon season. I have never seen the Superstitions this green and overgrown. Probably going to skip the loop. That's not an official trail. It's probably completely overgrown, but we're going to go up to the saddle in Lone Pine. There's a bug in my ear. Let's see what Tina thinks about it.
Yeah.
It's hot and humid.
It's hot and humid.
Yeah.
It's hard to breathe. The air's so thick.
Yeah. Arizona, we don't do humidity.
I'm ready for some flat.
There's no flat. Parking lot. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a problem. It's super humid. It's going to be in the 90s. We wanted to test out some hiking in the heat. That's nothing new. The humidity, combine those two, that's problematic. So, Tina, what's going on?
I just got chills or goosebumps.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's probably not good.
Yeah, if you're out hiking something and it's really hot and you're sweating a lot and you get goosebumps and chills, that's a bad sign. That is a onset of heat stroke, heat exhaustion. So we're going to take a break in the shade, rehydrate with some electrolytes, and decide if we're going to keep going or turn around. I really want to get up to the saddle, but it's not worth the helicopter ride down. So we'll see what happens. How's the hair? Good? We're almost to the saddle. It's pretty popular, so it's going to be crowded. I'm not going to talk up there. I feel like an idiot. But anyway, we've just been taking it slow, drinking lots of fluids, listening to our bodies, and heat's manageable. Cloud cover came in and a breeze. So not sure if we're going to go to Lone Pine or not, but we're going to get to the saddle and then head back to the truck. Then what are we gonna do?
Mexican food.
All right, that's the saddle. It's probably gonna be a short time lapse. Gnats, no-see-ums are crazy. How you liking the no-see-ums?
They suck.
Literally. But that's Weaver's Needle. Did I point out that I slept on top of that? That thing right behind me. That, yeah, slept up there. Did I mention I slept up there? Oh my God. Yeah, I slept up there.
Jesus Christ.
Too many? Too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, too much. Let's go to Lone Pine. Wow, this spot is so cool. Yeah, so we did Peralta Trail to the Fremont Saddle, and then we tacked on this short hike to Lone Pine, which is right there. Never been here before, but this spot is beautiful. And just, I don't know, just, hey, here's a pine tree in the middle of nowhere. Well, in the middle of Superstitions. I should rehearse this stuff. What do you think?
It is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
that was worth the extra walk.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was Peralta Trail to Fremont Saddle to Lone Pine. Never been to Lone Pine before, but it's a really cool oversight. So it's definitely worth tacking onto this trail. Probably some of the best views of Weaver's Needle that I've ever seen. And not much elevation or distance added. I'll put the stats right here. We're gonna head back to the truck. Hopefully this cloud cover stays. It looks like it's going to till we get back. And yeah, that's it. Superstitions. Love them. How do I end it? Tina, end it.
End it.
You always just say end it. You need, We're done here.
Duro, 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 pam, pam. Le gusta lo malo, lo underground. Duro, 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 pam, pam. Suri no queda al que siempre me round. Duro, 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 pam, pam. Le gusta lo malo, lo underground. Duro, 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 pam, pam. Siempre estamos a la altura, pero perreamos ambientado. Vamos a pecar con perreo, baby. Te veo con un flow criminal.
All right, so I want to include a little debrief to explain what you didn't see in the video, because I think it's kind of irresponsible if I don't. So, heat stroke is serious. I know we were joking around in the video, but we had a serious conversation under that tree in the shade. Tina had goosebumps, chills, and those are signs of the onset of heat stroke. We evaluated. She had water, electrolytes, replenished, cooled down, and after a while we decided, okay, are we going to keep going or are we going to turn around? So a lot of what we do, it takes mental toughness. You can psych yourself into or out of a state of mind that will get you up a mountain. It'll get you past exhaustion, it'll get you past sore legs, but it will not get you past heat stroke. So I think Tina was trying to, be a trooper. She wanted to get up to the saddle just as much as I did. She kind of downplayed how she was feeling. And I think that I just kind of accepted that. When in my gut, I was like, is she just trying to tough this out? Either way, we decided to go on. Clouds came in, breeze came up. We got to the saddle, everything was good. Good enough that we continued on to Lone Pine. We had plenty of water, we had electrolytes, it wasn't a long hike, we're thinking it's downhill all the way back, clouds are gonna stay in there, the breeze is gonna keep going, we're great. That was not the case. We got back to the saddle, clouds blew away, the breeze stopped, and it started getting hot. And we're stuck in full sun exposure. We've got no choice except to go down. You start getting heat stroke, water's great, you need water, you need to rehydrate, you need salts, you need electrolytes. those alone won't help you. If you can't cool yourself down, your body will continue to overheat, and that's where people get in trouble. We headed down as quick as we could, thinking we'll get down in the shade, that'll be better. We got down to the shade. It was further in the valley, so it was more protected from the wind. So the air in the shade was stagnant enough that it was almost just as hot as standing out in the sun. And we're thinking, we got to get out of here. There's no other thing to do than to get back to the truck and cool off. She starts getting the chills again, the goosebumps. She starts feeling nauseous, which makes it hard to drink, so you can't rehydrate. And it was kind of shocking to me how quickly it compounds. You start hearing things, your vision starts getting messed up, and then you get dizzy, and it just, everything comes together. You know, you're trying to get out and get to someplace cool as quick as possible, and you're dizzy and you can't see well. You need to drink water, you're nauseous, you can't drink the water, and it comes at you really quick. I know I've seen so many of these stories where somebody will die of heat exhaustion. Someone just did, like, I think a couple of weeks ago. And people invariably will say, oh yeah, you know, it's out-of-towners, they stay at the hotel, and somebody says, oh, climb Camelback, and they go up in June with no water. It can happen to anybody. We are conditioned for this heat. It was 88 degrees when we got back to the truck. That doesn't seem that hot. It was around 45% humidity. And what I've learned from this, because the 2 times that I got into problems out there because of heat, it was high humidity. So if you're from Arizona, you may be used to warmer temperatures. You add in the humidity, the heat index goes up. I think it said it felt like it was 95. Still not horribly hot for somebody from Arizona, but your body just reacts differently with the humidity. You sweat and your body cools down by the act of the evaporation of the sweat. If it's really humid, the air is saturated with water and it doesn't evaporate as quick. You don't cool down as well. You know, we even thought about, do we pour water on her head or, you know, try to cool her down, but then you're just going to be hot and wet. You're not going to cool down as well. So we get about 50 yards from the truck. I'm concerned, but, you know, we're almost there. She starts dry heaving, and I went from concern to alarm in a second. Ultimately, she was able to pull herself together, make that last push, get to the truck, crank the AC. I still had water left over. I'm like, as soon as you aren't feeling nauseous, drink this water. Within about a half hour, she was feeling a lot better. And, you know, we stopped at a gas station, got some Gatorade, and everything was cool. But, you know, I was just kind of surprised that at 88 degrees, it goes from a great day to an alarming situation in probably the course of 30 minutes. So ultimately, I just wanted to share that because, you know I'm probably going to get some flack for this. And it's like, yeah, you dummy, you go hiking in the Superstitions in September, it's too hot. But if one person out there learns from this and turns around when they start feeling this instead of making that extra push, I'll take all the criticism you've got. It was very eye-opening. 88 degrees, never thought we would have been in that situation. I've hiked in a lot hotter, thought we were fine, shocked at how fast it went from good to bad. And yeah, hopefully somebody watches this, learns from it, and stays out of the situation. Anyway, thanks for watching. I slept up there. Right up there.
Did you sleep up there?
Right there. I'm not proud of that at all.